Good morning, everyone. I just voted. It's about 7:25 a.m. Um, I toss back and forth between trying to be the first one here at 7 a.m. or coming with my kids at 8:30. But I always lead by example. And I can't ask anyone to do something that I'm not willing to do. So I got here about 7:05. My polling place was changed, but they gave us ample notification. And I got here about 7:05. There were already 15 people in line, but it went so well and so smooth and so organized. The poll workers that are here is new to them because their location had been changed. Some of the people is new. Um, so while I was in line, they separated us by last name, so I was able to walk right in. And I looked around. Normally, where I vote, there are only 3 or 4 machines tops. Here, there were like 15. Normally, when I vote, there were like 2 tables here of registering you when you come in. Here, there were 6 tables, and they had gloves for you. They had masks for you if you didn't have your own masks. They had Clorox wipes for you. I will be very honest. I'm in Roxborough is where I vote. And a lot of people in Roxborough don't look like me. But this process went so smooth, and they were so kind, and they were so helpful if you needed any help. As I was in there and I was voting, I just became overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with sadness of what's going on in our country and what's going on in our city. And I'm overwhelmed with sadness of our ancestors that died. They died for us to vote, to have the right to vote. And yet so many of us won't for whatever reason. But there are people who shed their blood, thousands of people who shed their blood for me and for you to have the right to vote, because they've been trying to oppress us for hundreds and hundreds of years. And one of the ways that they try to do it is to stop us from voting. And I just became so overwhelmed in that booth, thinking about the people who gave up their life for me, for you, for us to be able to vote. And to not take that seriously and not to honor them by not voting, I just can't imagine. That means that they died in vain. And imagine if it were you who gave up and sacrificed for other people's rights, for the rights of the common good, and for it to be disregarded. There's many ways that change will occur. And change, to paraphrase President Obama, change occurs when every citizen exercises his and her right every single day to be an active, vital participant in society. That's when change happens. One person, you, me, one person at a time. I'm not okay with people dying for me, and I'm not grateful. I'm not okay for people giving up their lives, fighting injustices, and I just take it lightly. That's not okay for me. It's not okay for me to sit back and to do nothing. I'm not being critical. I'm not being judgmental. I am just hoping that all of this will open up the eyes, open up our hearts, open up our intellect, open up our consciousness so that we get out there and vote today, get involved in our communities, get involved with whatever you're passionate about. It is no longer working to sit back and talk. It is no longer, it serves no purpose to be a social network protester. Talk with no action means nothing. The Bible says faith without works is dead. It has no value, it brings no value, and it does nothing at all. Gotta get involved. We have to vote. Their blood, our ancestors' blood, freedom fighters' blood, slaves, anyone who ever stood up for civil rights, and it's not just black people. Plenty of white and yellow and all walks of faith and all walks of races stood up. They still stand up for equal justice for all. And it's not acceptable for that to be disregarded. I love you very much. This is spoken and said out of love. And I hope that it inspires you to think critically. The world needs you. God needs you. People need you. You have something to contribute to this world, to this society, to your community. You are very important. If you weren't that important, they wouldn't be trying to stop you. Have a great day.